Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another NECA Godzilla review. Kinda hurts saying that because it's gonna be one of the last ones. Last new ones anyways. I've got a few that I haven't reviewed, but that's beyond the point. Today we're taking a look at the NECA Godzilla 2003 Tokyo S.O.S. Godzilla figure. And as you can see, this guy, he's a big boy. He's big, he's tall, and he's got a full tail. I believe this and the 89 are the first Godzilla figures with full tails. Popped mine off. Let me attach to that. Bumping the mic. This guy's a little too big for this area. Full length tails. The other figures, the other NECA figures, they've had tails that are pretty big, but I don't think they're entirely accurate. But no, this guy, he's got a full length tail. I'm pretty sure if I were to extend it out, it would be taller than he is. So let's get into, I guess, the look of this guy first. I think this guy looks pretty spot on, I'd say. Maybe the head's a bit too round, so it doesn't entirely match the design. But overall, I think NECA did a really good job. It looks like the figure, not the figure, like the suit. Again, this is Tokyo S.O.S version, so he's got the scar, which looks really nice. The light isn't really showing that off. I think from the front he looks kind of derpy, but from, you know, this angle he looks really good. From the side he looks really good. I don't know, overall this is a really well done figure. The paint is really good, the spines are really good. This one here kind of has a hiccup. It looks like they just kind of passed a paintbrush over it, but it's not a big deal. If I really want to, I can fix that myself. This side is perfectly okay. And every single spine is painted. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. So I guess next is articulation. He's a bit tricky with the neck area. Up is that far, which is I'd say that's pretty good. He might be able to go further, but I can't get him to do it. It feels like he can go further, but I don't think he stays in that pose. This is, hold on, all the way down, so not very much down, unless there's a joint at the neck. No, not really. His head is, I'm gonna say that's on a ball joint, and it can do a full 360, but it kind of goes off in an angle. Not sure how well you can see that, but it turns on an angle, so not a perfect turn, but either way it's still pretty good. I mean, despite having this rubber collar piece, I think it's still pretty good. It's a little bit annoying, but I think it's more of a thing you just have to get used to. But it's not too bad. Next up is the arms. The arms can go up that far. Excuse my cat, she's messing with stuff. That far, so not very much up. Forward they can go up, and this plastic doesn't really get in the way all that much. Back they can go all the way back. They could probably do a full 360. Oh no, they can. Let's see. Bend at the elbow is really good. I'd say that's 90 degrees, or pretty close to it. There's the arm extended all the way down. The hand is on a hinge, so this is like the normal. Then you can bring that all the way up or all the way down, and then his fingers are also on a hinge, I want to say, so they can close. I don't think we've had a NECA figure that has both. Usually they have like either just the ball joint and a solid hand, or a hinge at the where the hand connects to the arm, and then no finger articulation, I think. No, maybe not. I'm looking at some of the options we have over here. Really, it's just 84. And like GMK there. GMK has ball joints, I think. The 19. But anyways, in the waist, I think he's pretty good. He can do a full 360. I don't think anything gets in the way. No, nothing gets in the way. He can do a full 360 pretty easily. Down pretty far. It breaks the sculpt a little, but from the front you won't really notice all that much, and you're probably not going to display him like this. I would hope not. And up, we already pretty much had him all the way up. That's as far as you can go. Now, well, okay, we're almost there. Legs, they're pretty stiff on mine, but they can do a full 360, I think. Yeah, full 360. They're on a ball joint, so they kind of move in and out. Not too much on mine, I will say. Not too much out on mine. Then the knees. The knees are a very big issue on mine. Hopefully it's not on anyone else's, because they're pretty bad. They're like really stiff. But that's the leg fully extended. Let me see if I can get the other one extended real quick. There we go. It's not as tight as it was earlier today, so I guess maybe messing around with it earlier fixed it a little bit. Thank God. But if you extend the legs fully, he does stand up straighter. Or taller, I guess. In my opinion, that kind of messes up his legs. It kind of looks a bit off. You could probably mess around with them, though, just to get them to look a little bit better. Maybe rotate them. Here, I'm gonna mess with them on camera. That one looks about right now. Oh, there we go. That one's fully straightened out. Get this situated properly. I'd say that doesn't look all that bad. It's alright. I could probably fix them better, but we're kind of on a time schedule. Time crunch. Now, let's get on to the tail. This is going to be tricky. He's got a ball joint here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ball joints running all along the really long tail, and then at the very tip, at this section, he's got a bendy wire. So it's a hybrid of the tails, the future and past, kind of a little nice throwback, and I think they work really well. I know a lot of people don't like the bendy wire tails. I think they're fine. You know, you don't really have to move them if you don't want to. The tail gets enough articulation as it is. Oh, just popped it off again. Give me a second. The tail gets enough articulation as it is, and if you move it gently, it's a soft enough wire that you don't really have to put too much pressure onto it. So, there's a pretty low risk of breaking it, I'd say. Oh no, I can't get his tail back on. Okay, got it on. Bam. I'm not sure why it's been popping off. I played around with this guy earlier and he was perfectly fine, but now he's wanting to give me trouble. Let's see, come on. Fix up your legs. Alright, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get him. You just... hold on. This is really bugging me. I'm sorry. I have to put you guys through this, but... I must have some kind of OCD. Otherwise, this wouldn't be happening. Okay. I gotta straighten out his tail now. There we go. There we go. Now he's perfectly straight. I'm gonna finagle with his hand a little bit. Okay, anyways, that's enough. Time for size comparisons. Now, in last week's, in yesterday's review, I reviewed the Aoshima ACKS Kiryu model kit, and I said that this thing probably wouldn't scale too well with any Godzilla figure, and then this thing came out and I was proven wrong, because NECA Godzilla, or Kiryu, is 60 meters and he's 55 meters. So honestly, this isn't too far off, I'd say. Okay, keep in mind this isn't the Kiryu from his movie, but there is a version of this model kit for that movie. But honestly, I'd say that works. I think it's pretty good. The bulk is enough on the NECA to where it doesn't look too far off. Height-wise, I think it's also pretty good. You know, you just have to get the right version, which I didn't do. But anyways, that's enough of you. Here he is with the high grade. I think this is the Origin RX-78-2. Oh, gotta stand him up, right? Just because I had him here already, so why not? He's a lot bigger. You know, here he is with the NECA Godzilla 1984. These are probably, this is the smallest of the NECA figures, and then this is the largest, or tallest. Well, no, he's both. He's largest and tallest. And then, I don't have the SH Monster Arts 202, but I do have this guy, the SH Monster Arts 2019, so I mean, good enough. I don't really know what else to put Monster Arts wise. I don't know how tall the other one is. I don't think it's too tall though. So this guy's, the NECA is probably a lot taller. Oh my goodness, my cat. Alright, we're back. What was I saying? Yeah, basically the NECA is probably going to be taller than the SH Monster Arts 202. That's it for size comparisons. I don't really think there's not... I don't really think there's much else to say about this guy. He's really good. You know, this guy, he's 25 bucks at Target. For 25 bucks, you're getting a really good looking sculpt, really good paint. You're getting a really huge figure. You know, not only lengthwise, but height-wise, and this thing is very bulky and chunky. It's not as bulky as probably the 62, I don't think. But regardless, you could still hit someone in the head with this, and they'd probably have to go to the emergency room. So, I mean, yeah, this is definitely a very solid figure. I'm messing with the legs again. I'd say, for me, it's definitely in my top favorite Godzilla figures, because this is one of my favorite Godzilla designs. I prefer the Millennium over Showa stuff. The legs, they kind of like, I don't know, they look weird to me. So, they kind of throw it off a bit for me. And then looking at this guy from the front is a little odd as well. Not to mention, mine has a slight paint defect where a little bit of the paint goes into the top of the brow. I can fix that. It's not that big of a deal. But final thoughts for NECA's second to last figures, or last figure, one of the last figures. This is a good way to say goodbye to the line. I'll probably make a video talking about the whole NECA thing. Leave a comment down below if you want me to. Oh, I didn't go over the jaw articulation, did I? He's got a pretty big... oh, wow. Yeah, that's very wide. Yeah, but as a goodbye to NECA's Godzilla figure line, because, you know, they lost the license and all that, this is a very fitting way. A really good quality figure, you know. This is like next level stuff. It doesn't really even feel like a NECA figure because of how just good it is. They really went above and beyond with this guy. You know, he's not the most posable in the neck area, but the suit really wasn't that great. A lot of the motion in the suit was in the head anyways. And even then, you know, they still got it to look pretty good when he's moving his arms about. It doesn't look really broken, it doesn't look as broken as I thought it would, which was one of my concerns. And again, for the 25 buck price range, you really can't beat it. The only thing about this is that NECA's gonna stop making Godzilla figures in August, which is in a couple weeks. So if you want this figure, or you're doubting getting this figure, but you're considering it, I would say go get it, because it's not going to be on the shelves for long. And after that, people are just gonna put it on eBay for $300 or whatever. But yeah, I think I've rambled on a bit too much. This is an excellent figure. Go pick it up. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe. I'll be back hopefully soon with the review for the 1989. Yeah, thought I messed up for a second. Definitely go check that figure. Definitely go pick up this figure, and probably 89, because by what I've seen, it looks really good as well. But again, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think, and peace.